Okay guys, time for another knife sharpening video. This is going to be a little bit longer than my normal videos. Kind of want to show more of my sharpening process a little bit. I'll fast forward through some of the repetitive steps, so I don't want to bore you guys with all of that because it's kind of the same thing over and over and over again. But I want to show you some before pictures here of the knife I'm going to be sharpening. It's going to be a buck Vantage knife for a customer. As you can see there, the blade is definitely rolled. It's not going to focus on the edge, but there is definitely some rolling right here. It's not sharp at all. Back here at the heel, it's got a little bit of the factory edge left on it, but up here it's totally gone, completely rounded. I'm going to do a cut test first here to see how a pre-sharpening sharpness, I guess. As you can see, it won't even attempt to cut the paper whatsoever. She's really dull. So I'm going to set the sharpener up here, my Edge Pro Professional. I'm going to mark the edge to see where the stone is hitting so I can adjust the angle. I put the marker in a couple of spots on the blade. Get a couple of test strokes here. As you can see there, it's not quite getting to the edge. Up at the top, it is a little bit. So I have to adjust the angle a little bit. I'm going to adjust it up a little bit. I always start at around the 20-degree mark. Most knives come from the factory right around that edge, that angle. Still not quite there. Let's go up a little bit at a time. Clean off some of that shavings. Alright, I got it here towards the back. You see all the markers gone. Just about right here, there's a little bit left. That's an imperfection from the factory there. And up here at the top, this is where it's pretty rounded at. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit more. Just a few degrees. I'm going to remark the edge to help me find it. All right, now this is where the Edge Pro has the advantages. Now I'm going to be able to angle this knife as it gets towards the tip with the hand holding the knife on the table. So that way I'm not going to make this bevel too wide. But I'm going to raise it up just a tad bit more. I don't want to get it too much. So I don't want the heel of the blade to be too steep of an angle. I'm already starting to feel a burr here towards the heel, so I'm definitely don't want to go any higher. So this is where the beauty of the Edge Pro comes in. I'm able to adjust the blade on the table. Some of you Edge Pro guys out there, I'm sure you recognize the small knife attachment that I have on here. I do like that for these small blades like this, for sure. Definitely helps out, saves the main table from unnecessary damage. Just gonna get the 220 stone wet. I'm gonna be using the new stones from Edge Pro on this knife. I've had them for about a week or so now. their new diamond matrix stones. They're not on their website yet, but they will be soon. Absolutely phenomenal stones. Love them. But I always start off with a 220. The diamond matrix start at 300, which is a little not quite aggressive enough for something like this. So I want to kind of reset the edge. I'm going to keep doing this until I feel a consistent burr along the entire edge. I'm going to flip-flop the knife around from one side to the other. Now I'm just checking for a burr. Alright, one more time on each side and I'll have the bevel set. I got a decent burr now. Trying to make sure it gets consistent now. I'm going to concentrate at the tip a little bit. Try to get that flat spot out of there. Alright, we're ready to go. So knock off this burr. A real light stroke. Alright. As you can see there, I mean, technically it's sharp right now, but it's a very toothy edge. See, I got that entire edge reprofiled. That was a low grit, that was a 220. Now I'm going to work my way up to the diamond matrix stones. I used to use a drill stop collar. Kind of got away from that. I don't feel really the need to use that anymore. Now it's more, I just kind of know where these stones are going to be hitting, especially these diamond matrix stones because they're so consistent in their thickness. Maybe the higher grit ones, it's a little bit thinner maybe. But it's really nothing to have the drill stop collar for. I do remark the edge for these guys to make sure that I'm hitting the entire edge that I did with the first stone. So let's see where I'm at here. I just do a couple real light strokes. And as you can see, matched it perfectly. No issues. I do get these stones a little bit wet just to help keep them clean. But they're not like water stones, you don't have to soak them. Not like that at all. Alright, I'm going to get to sharpening now and fast forward from here on out so you don't gotta sit through all this boring stuff. Repetitiveness. I'm just going to go through all the grits. Hey guys, I'm back. Just finishing up on the 4000 grit stone, polishing stone. This is leaving a really good shine. As you can hear, there's barely any sound at all of the stone cutting. It's cutting is at the microscopic level. Gonna do a couple of stropping strokes here. Like I said, I'm very impressed with these diamond matrix stones from Edge Pro. You do the stropping strokes on this side. All right, I'm done with the stones. Let's do a quick test here. I do personally like to strop these knives when I'm done with them. I think stropping puts an ultra sharp edge on them, really cleans up that edge. This is after the 4000 grit polishing stone. As you can tell, extremely sharp. And it's push cutting right there. Just glides right through that phone book paper. It'll actually shred this. That's a roughed up edge there. All right, onto the strop now. Okay guys, I'm onto the strop now. I was fortunate enough to purchase a Stroppman strop before he passed away. He made my strop for me about a month before he had passed away, so I feel very fortunate. In my opinion, he makes some of the best strops that you could buy. Definitely a loss to the sharpening community, that's for sure. I used 4 different grits, or micron levels, I guess, to 4 different compounds: black, white, green, and then I use the red, and that's where I'll end up at. And we'll see how much this improves the edge. In my opinion, it improves it drastically. Stropping is all feel, 100%. I use very little pressure. I start off at the tip and work to the heel. I don't really count my strokes. I just kind of do it, so I feel it's time to move on. In between micron levels, in between compounds, I'll wipe off so I don't get any cross-contamination. This here's going to be the white compound. Stropping like this, it definitely, like I said, cleans up the edge. In my opinion, it makes it just a whole nother level of sharpness. Some people have different opinions on stropping. Some say it's not needed, the stone's good enough. Granted, the stones make it sharp, don't get me wrong, but this takes it to a whole nother level, and it also increases the strength of the edge by making that wire edge even smaller. Alright, I'm going to fast forward here, and then I'll come back at the end, show you the final product. Alright, let's do another cut test. I compare this to the 4,000 polishing stones. See how it turns out. It's just so much sharper. I mean, you can't even... You can really feel it when you're cutting through it. I mean, it's just crazy how sharp it is. It's like a scalpel. You know, foam book paper, like I said in my prior videos, is a little harder to cut than typical copy paper. It wants to fold over on you, so if you don't get this right, definitely will show you. See if I can push cut this paper. Yep. Slices of the paper unbelievably well. Alright guys, that's it. This is the final product. Kind of what it looks like. Definitely a real nice polished edge on there. Customer will be real happy with this when he gets it back, especially considering the shape that it was in when I got it. It's a great knife. Okay guys, see you next time. Oh, you know what? One last thing. These stones, I want to go over those real quick. These here are the new Diamond Matrix stones from Edge Pro. This here is the 300, 650. Definitely real nice stones. If you guys, they'll be on their website soon. They're not on there yet, but they are selling them if you call them. Talk to Cody or Ben, I'm sure. But they're great. I got 300, 650, 1100, 2300, and then the 4000s still in the machine.